Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey there, the Manatee Tribe.
What's up, Manatee Tribe?
How you guys doing today?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
I told him we were waiting on you. I was like, we're waiting on Henry.
What?
It ain't me, it's Henry.
That's messed up.
So we kind of wanted to come back here just to, because a lot of people always ask me, per se, I don't know about you.
No, they do. They ask.
They ask you too.
They ask me also.
About our life. Like, how did we get started? How did this twosome become a foursome? So,
Right.
Here it is. We're going to tell our story. Thank you for sticking around. Okay, you want to start? You want me to start?
All right. So, where we gonna start from? We gonna start from.
Okay. So the beginning he's going to tell is going to be separate from the beginning I'm going to tell, because okay. So when I first knew of Henry, I was friends with his brother, his stepbrother at the time. I was friends with his stepbrother, and he came to his stepbrother's, and his stepbrother and I are the same age.
Yeah, they're the same age.
He's 2 years ahead of me. So when I first met Henry, or seen Henry, I thought he was cute. So I told his stepbrother, and then the next day his stepbrother came to me and was like, yeah, I told him that you said he was cute, but he said he didn't like you.
Which he did not tell me that at all. He didn't tell me that at all. I guess he must have thought that I just wouldn't like her, so he never mentioned it to me at all. But at the same time, so how old were we? Probably. This time, you had to think of this time.
I was probably 13.
Yeah.
12 or 13.
So she's 12 or 13, and I'm like,
I was in middle school, he was in high school, or going into ninth grade.
Going into ninth grade. So
I was going into 7th.
That's one of them things, like, you know, when you're in high school and middle school, like, you know, when you're younger, like, the age difference is, you can tell the difference of it, like, big time. Like, now it's nothing. But at that time, it's a lot of pressure, like, they used to get on you, like, they used to get on the guys, like, oh, you still like them, you messing with them middle school girls still, you in high school, you know? So that wouldn't have been, like, that wasn't, like, cool to be in, like, high school and then still messing with the middle school girls.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That would have been like pedophile. So, fast forward maybe 2 years later down the line, his best friend and my best friend, which we are still best friends to this day.
Still to this day.
I
love them dearly. Y'all know who y'all are.
Y'all know who y'all are. We know who we are. Like, y'all know. So they were dating at the time, which they're not together now. They both have separate significant others, and
which we love dearly.
We both love them dearly too. So it is what it is. Like, things happen.
Yeah.
But Henry and I always, like, talk about it, and we always say, you know what, maybe God put them together.
That's how we
for
feel
that
about
reason
that.
to put
Just
us
to be able
together.
To put us together. Like, I thank them so much for that, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And they never let us live it down. They were like, you better thank us for that. That was our doing. So
that's right.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But I feel like sometimes they're the reason why, like, God put them together for us to get together. Because when I first met Henry that second time is when we actually really met.
Because we were you know, a couple, not a lot older, but we were a couple years older.
So yeah.
It was different.
And it was funny because when that happened, his stepbrother was there at that meeting too, and his stepbrother was like, "Who are you here to see?" And I was like,
"You kind of went ahead. You went kind of far ahead now."
How?
Like, you didn't get to the part where we started talking on the phone first, right?
No, we did not start talking. We started talking after that meeting.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
When I met you at your best friend's house.
Yeah.
So his stepbrother was there when we first actually really met, and his stepbrother was like, "Who are you here to see?" And I'm like, "I'm here to, I don't know, I guess his name is Henry." Yeah. No, I guess his name is Man. That's what I was known as. It was Man.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess his name is Man. He was like, that's my brother. And I was like, oh man, I know who he is then. I was like, he's not gonna like me. So I looked over at my best friend. I'm like, he's not gonna like me. I don't know. And she was like, don't worry about him. Let's go. So we went ahead and we met, and Henry was not a talker at all. So
No,
I'm like,
I'm
gosh,
like,
he doesn't like me.
Like I got a lot louder now that I'm older, but I'm still quiet. I still like I have to check the scenery out and stuff. I'm like a watcher. Like I'll watch and I have to catch the vibe first before I really like open up like that.
Yeah.
So I was real quiet when I was younger, man.
Oh, sorry guys. Sorry, babe. This is a disclaimer because I hear the birds chirping. We're outside.
Yeah, we're outside. We're in our backyard.
We're in the backyard. We decided to film somewhere
So
different.
We're gonna do something different this
because
time,
we're
man.
always filming in the house, so we was like, let's just go outside today.
Yeah.
It's nice out. I got off from work a little earlier, so we just decided to kind of go outside a little bit. Sorry, just had to throw that out there because the birds are chirping like crazy. It's probably because we're right underneath their tree, their house.
It's
So
their house, man.
it's their house, so
Yeah.
they're probably like, what are they doing out here? Because we sit outside, but not like out here.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, what is going on? And why are they talking to this phone? But yeah, and so that's how we finally met. And he was so quiet that I was like, I don't think he likes me. Like, I don't know what it is. But then later on we started talking on the phone.
Yeah.
And it was off and on the talks on the phone, like really off and on, to the
All
point
right.
that I started talking to somebody else because he was not talking to me on the phone.
This is what happened too. So this is what happened. So when we started talking, the thing is, like, I was talking to another girl already
That I didn't know of.
that she didn't know of though. But so it was just with the other girl. Long story short, it was like kind of some like drama stuff. So I was kind of like back and forth talking to both of them at the same time. But like we weren't
man.
dating. Like I wasn't dating.
He was being a man.
No, but the thing is, I wasn't dating. Like we weren't dating either one of you. I wasn't dating any one of y'all. So like, you know, so we were talking. I was talking on the phone with both of them. And see, back then, that was that time when I had my first cell phone. I don't know, like my first cell phone that I got, man, that thing was like a one of those prepaid phones that my mom done got me, and so that's another reason too. So either that, or I'm gonna be talking on my mom on them phone. And my mom and them wasn't having that, like talking on their phone, the house phone, like, you know,
Tied up the house
tied
line.
up the house line and stuff like that.
To
Y'all
talk
know
some
nothing
girl.
about that. Y'all know nothing about that. You got to be an 80s baby to know about that, but or back. So yeah, so I was like in between the two girls, and then on top of that, the other girl was closer to my age. So the other girl, she had car access at the time.
Using the girl for a car.
I wasn't using her for a car though, but it was like we was able to do more things. Like she had more privileges, like more.
And I was a shelter girl.
She was sheltered, and
I wasn't allowed to date. I wasn't allowed to go out.
Oh, her dad didn't play that, man. Her dad did not play.
22 with a curfew of
Big up
10 o'clock.
Big up to my father-in-law. I love him dearly, man. I understand what he was trying to do. I'm a parent now. I see where he was going with that. But yeah. So.
Yeah. So we officially, and so because the phone conversations and anything like that was so minimum that I was just like, I don't think he's interested in me, so I'm not gonna spend my time waiting on him. I'm just gonna move on with my life. At 15, I said this. Move on with my life. I was 15, he was 17. So on February 8th, 2002 is when
Legendary.
Yes, is when we started dating, and I'll tell you how that went. Okay. So I go up to him, I'm like, I don't know what's going on with you, and I like, what's going on? And he goes, we go together. That was it.
I said it straight like that. I
No,
said,
can I date you? Like, no, we're
should I
official.
tell him this is exactly how I said it?
Yeah.
I said, shit, we go together. I looked at it straight just like that and said, shit, we go together.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I did that though. Cause I wasn't gonna give her a chance to turn me down. Like, I was afraid that if I eventually asked her, she might be like, you know what, no, this, that, and the other, because you playing around, you ain't talking to me, you ain't calling me on the phone, this, that, and the other, I can't keep up with you, da, da, da. So I was like, you know what, I like this girl. So I'm like, shit, we go together. And I was quiet, I was just like that, straight like that.
Yeah. And
What was your reaction?
I just looked at him and I was like, I guess we go together then.
And we've been going together ever since.
We've been together ever since. Okay, so just a disclaimer, I wasn't allowed to date, so my dad probably just now finding out that we were dating ever since then.
Yeah, we got that. What year was that?
That what?
That was 2000. I know what year it was though. I'm gonna see if you gonna say the year.
Of when I was able to date?
No,
or when he found out?
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So that was 2002.
Yeah, February 8th, 2002. I said 2002, didn't I?
You did? Okay, all right.
I thought I did.
All right.
Okay, so we started dating February 8th, 2002. Then we were still dating. We got pregnant. No, we got engaged.
We got engaged 2007. I don't even remember the date. That's so bad.
That's so bad.
That's horrible. That's when you know you're getting old. I don't remember the date that we got engaged.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you how that went. So Henry and I went to a hotel, and we were like, because I was still living at home with my parents, because my parents are old school, so they don't believe in that like shacking up.
Yep.
So I was still living at home with my parents, and we decided to go out of town. And so we went out of town, and Henry kept saying to me, he was like, you know what, babe, we gotta get up before sunrise. We gotta get up before sunrise. And I'm like, why do we have to get up before sunrise? Like, what is he talking about? What is before sunrise?
We gotta get up, yeah, so I just want to see the
sunrise. I don't see the sunrise. I want to see the sunrise.
Let's go do this.
And I'm like, okay, so we get in the car, and I'm like, where are we going to see the sunrise? Like, we can't see the sunrise from the balcony of the hotel. Like, I thought that's why we got this hotel, so we can see the sunrise from the balcony of the hotel. And so he takes me to the beach, and he was like, look, babe, look at the sunrise. And I turned to look at the sunrise, so now he's behind me. And then he was like, turn around, look at me, give me a kiss.
I kept trying to figure out the right time. Like, I just could not work up the words. Like, I'm like right there.
Yeah.
And I did not get down on one knee.
He didn't get on one knee.
Man. Like, I regret that, though.
Because I bring it up.
She bring it up every now and then. I feel like I was just so nervous. I forgot to get down on one knee.
Yeah.
Man.
So I turn around and look at him, and he has this box in his hand, and I'm still not looking at him because he's not holding the box up to eye level. Like, I'm not looking at the box. I'm looking at him, and I'm like giving him a kiss. And he was like, look down. And he was like, will you marry me? And I'm like, yeah. Because before then, I kept getting on him. I'm like, we've been dating since 2002.
She was.
Like, what's gonna happen? Because
she wasn't giving me an ultimatum, but she's like.
But I was giving him an ultimatum.
Put the pressure on it, though. Like,
yeah, I was putting pressure on him.
Like,
I
don't blame her though, because it had been, by this time it's 5 years fast,
Yeah, it's like, come on now, what are we doing? Are we gonna get married or are we not gonna get married? Are we gonna get married or are we not gonna get married? So then finally, and it was so funny, like before that situation happened, like I told my best friend, one of my other best friends, my cousin-in-law I should say, I told her, I was like, I had a dream that Henry proposed to me. And she was like, what, you're crazy. And then not knowing, he had told her already that he was gonna propose to me. So she looked at me, she's like, you're crazy. And I'm like, no, really, I had a dream that he was taking me to the beach and he was gonna propose to me. And sure enough, that's what he did.
Yep.
Yeah. So I always tell people that, I'm like, my dreams don't lie. They really don't.
This lady doesn't lay out a dream about anything.
They don't lie. But then after that, so that's 2007 that we got engaged. We had our baby boy, big boy, Styles, while I was
pregnant.
Yeah, in 2009.
We got pregnant in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, pregnant in 2009. That's the year, because that's when we moved in together.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
It's like pulling teeth when she dragged me along for like a lot of stuff though, which I love her dearly for that though, because she give me a good push, like she does though. But like the next thing was like, okay, we gonna move together.
And then he was like, I don't want to move together without being married first. And then he was like, I don't want to get married until we buy our house. So it was like always a reason why we couldn't get married. Like commitment issues.
Yeah. So it took for her to get pregnant, and I was like, had to sit down with myself, and I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna have my child be born in a separate house like with my wife. Well, my fiance is living separate from me, so that's the year that we said, man, you know what? Let's just go. We gotta do it. So our first place we got roommates. Shout out to our roommates. Y'all know who y'all were too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another set of our friends too.
Yeah.
That
And they were in a relationship at the time.
Their relationship at the time too.
Yeah, and so we were roommates with them. And the funny thing is that almost didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because my dad was like, nope, you're not married, you're not going anywhere. I don't care if you're having a baby. You gotta stay here with the baby.
I know.
So
I still feel kind of bad how we
departed.
We departed though, like we kind of just like packed the stuff up or whatever.
And we got on the house.
Yeah, we started just
But he was at work.
Father-in-law, I love you, man. Forgive me for that one, man.
Yeah.
I understand now that I'm, older.
A parent.
Yeah, I'm a parent. I'm older. Forgive me for that one, man. That was kind of messed up, though.
Now looking back on things, a lot of things
that was
been
kind of messed up.
a little different, but you know, you live and you learn. And now we have kids of our own, so we get it. And so after that, we moved in together. We had Styles in December of 2009.
Yep.
Fast forward, life was happening. We got married in 2011, July 29th.
The plus side of that, with the child being born before we got married, he was able to be our pallbearer.
Yes.
Like, I love
He wasn't a good pallbearer, but he was our pallbearer.
But this dude got lost.
Pallbearer.
Oh, I said pallbearer. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh,
no, not our pallbearer.
He wasn't our
He's
pallbearer.
our rain bearer.
Our rain bearer. Listen.
I always say weddings and funerals.
That's kind of messed up.
So it's not just him, it's
but
me
if something
too.
happened to me, I would want my son as my pallbearer. Long time from now, though.
Long time.
Long,
His granddaddy
long,
lived to 100, so
long.
we gonna pray that up on my baby.
And I was one of my grandfather's pallbearers.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was our rain bearer. So that was a plus side to that, though.
Yeah.
That was a plus side.
He wasn't a good rain bearer though.
Yeah.
He had to be carried down the aisle.
Yep.
Because he was only a year and a half.
He was a year and a half. So
yeah.
He was doing his own thing. You know,
Yeah.
he was almost at that terrible 2 stage, though. So that's how that went.
But the wedding almost didn't happen either because I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to be. I didn't want a wedding. I didn't. I said to him, I said, let's just go to the courthouse. I don't like to be in center of attention. Let's just get it done there. Let's save your money. Let's go travel. Like, I don't want a wedding. And he was like, no, but I want a wedding. And so I caved and let him have his wedding.
I was the one that always wanted a wedding. Like, I always picture myself having a wedding. It's weird though, but it's like not to knock any relationship that I've been around, like the people that came before me, but because a lot of them are still together and they didn't have weddings though. But I always saw myself. I said, man, they always said, oh yeah, we're gonna go to the courthouse and eventually we're gonna have a ceremony, and it never happened though. And a lot of them still together though. 30 plus years though, so it has nothing to do with the wedding though. But I just wanted to have I wanted that one day that it'd be just special, just for us, 25% me, 75% her, and we just have a good time and have all the family, like all her family come from out of town, my family come from out of town.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so nice. Like, I don't regret it at all.
I don't regret it.
Only thing,
especially now that I look back on our photo album and we see that a lot of people that was there is no longer here. So it's like nice to have like at least one last moment with them. Yeah, we look back at
our photo album. It's like probably from our photo album. That was what, 2011,
and that's 2020.
So that's like people passed away and stuff. Like, we lost. It's about 5 or 6 people. That's in our photo album,
in our wedding album,
that's not here anymore.
So with that, it's kind of like, okay,
it was like, see, we got that captured moment.
Yeah,
it was like people from out of town too.
Yeah,
that passed away.
And out of the country.
That we don't even out of the country too.
Yeah.
Like, I got people from Nassau. Some of my Nassau people.
Yeah, he's an island boy.
Yeah, baby. You already see the chest out. But yeah, so some of them, they passed away, and like it's like pictures, like people that we don't normally see. We see them like once every 5 years or so. So we got pictures with them, of them, you know. So that was like the plus. Like, that's like, it's like priceless.
Yeah. So looking back, I'm happy we did it.
And guess what? Afterwards, we owe nobody.
Nope. We paid out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
And it was cheap.
Yeah.
We did it on a Friday morning, so that
you
way
save money for that. Anybody who's about to get married, you save money if you do it on a Friday
and in the morning.
Well, I won't say a Friday in the morning. If you do it on a weekday, in the morning.
Yep.
Weekday.
Or in the morning. And because you know why? A lot of people not gonna come because they gotta work.
Yeah, so we was able to cut people out like that. Like, we felt like
we felt
like if you loved us that much, you would like
come.
You would be able to kill all of the.
Yeah, especially because you had notice. It wasn't like it was, okay, 2 weeks from now we're gonna get married. No, it's like
we started talking about like what?
January, February.
Yeah.
Everybody knew the date.
Yeah, we already set the date.
So it was, and sidebar on the date, that's my in-laws' anniversary.
Which we
too.
didn't realize too, and
But
they
we
didn't
picked the
tell
date,
us.
and
They didn't tell us though.
And I'm kind of like, now looking back, at first it was like, oh, that's so sweet. But now it's like, when we want to get out and go away, we don't have a babysitter.
It's their anniversary too. So it's like,
because it's like, I gotta go to, so we always take the kids on our anniversary because we ain't got no babysitter.
Yep. So it's kind of like
so anybody out there that's trying to do it on their wedding, their parents' anniversary, don't do it.
Think it out all the way.
Rethink it.
Don't. I would say don't do it on anybody's anniversary
or birthday.
Don't do it on your birthday either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I feel like once that happens, it'll be all about
the wedding, the
wedding,
anniversary versus the birthday.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
So and plus you get more gifts.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
So so we got married on July 29th, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes this year it'll be 18 years that we've been together.
Yep.
And I'm trying to do my math in my head. 9 years that we've been married this year, 2020.
Yeah, so it's like half, exactly half.
Yep. And I am 32, will be 33 next week.
I just turned 35.
Wait, no, today's the 15th, right?
Today, yeah.
Okay, so in a few weeks, a week and a half, I'll be 33.
Yeah, I'm 35 and I'm in my prime, baby.
Yeah. So then after the wedding, life happens, and I went to school, graduated from school.
Put her through school.
Yeah, and we had our baby boy, Hendrix.
We paid out of pocket. We
paid out of pocket for that too.
Man.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and another sidebar about the wedding: don't sleep on on eBay. That's where I got my wedding dress from for $69, and it costed more to like fit it to me a little bit better because it wasn't fitting right in the butt because it came from China. Yeah. And they don't know nothing about no black girl booty. So it cost a little bit more to do the alterations. They had to add pieces in the butt and then take pieces from up here because they don't know nothing about
eBay. See, Amazon
wasn't popping.
Popping back then. You might can find some on Amazon now too.
Yeah, now you could.
Don't sleep on Amazon either.
Don't sleep on Amazon. My dress was only $69.
Even your dress for
what?
The dress. Did you get your dress off Amazon for the photo for
the wedding?
The paternity shoot?
No, my maternity shoot. No, my maternity shoot. I got that from Etsy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that was from Etsy.
Yeah, don't sleep on Etsy.
Don't sleep on Etsy either. Yeah. But eBay, I got my dress for $69. It took a month and a half to get here, and I had to alter it. But at the end of the day, it was a $69 dress and $200 for alterations.
Best thing to do is get a little bigger. That's what you did, right?
Yeah, I got it bigger, but it still didn't fit the booty.
Yeah.
But I got it bigger, and then they were able to like add pieces on the back to like fit me, like so they could fit my butt. But so don't sleep on eBay if you're trying to do an affordable wedding. I know this should have probably been another video. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's just things that's popping in my head. So if you're trying to do an affordable wedding, don't forget to morning, during the week, don't sleep on eBay.
And listen, if you can get a BYOB, you can do that too.
Yeah. We pretty much had a BYOB without being BYOB because we weren't doing alcohol, but luckily our venue gives you champagne for champagne toast, and also they gave mimosas for people when they were coming in because it was the morning, so that was included in our package. Now everyone else started going out.
Everybody else started,
because
people were sliding bottles.
You know how it is. People was coming in with alcohol in their trunk. So everybody went out to the car to get cups.
That's some hood stuff.
That's what you got to do sometimes. Hey, it comes out a lot cheaper. Shoot, I even say let the wedding party can even chip in, get some bottles, put it in the trunk of the car, and be like, "Hey, y'all want a cup? Yeah, let's go out to the trunk of the car."
Come back in.
Yeah, I know. So don't sleep on that either. But like our best friends, I feel like sometimes I look back and I'm like, we could have did it that way because our best friends went to another country and just got married together. Yeah, it was just them two.
Did, man. That was so
and it was
beautiful.
so beautiful, so beautiful. So
like
sometimes
they had a nice party.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad though. I was being selfish though.
I
was
selfish.
sad, man. I swore because my boy, man.
He was his best man, so
he
thought
in
he
my
was
mind
gonna be reciprocating the
like,
best man.
We about to put our suits on. I love to dress up, man. Like y'all know me, y'all know I love to dress up. So I had a reason to dress up.
He was picking out outfits,
Man,
picking out colors.
I already knew what color I was gonna wear with, like, man. And then so they had a nice party or whatever.
Because they bought a house.
Yeah.
Beautiful house.
They did, yeah. That was
Beautiful house. And so they had a nice housewarming party, engagement party, all wrapped up in one. And then they decided to go and get married in another country, but it was beautiful. Yeah. Sometimes I look back, I'm like, we should have did that. That's what we should have done. It would just been us two.
I mean, but each his own, though.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yeah, but yeah. So after that, we had Hendrix. In 2019.
Baby Hendrix came last year.
Baby Hendrix.
Baby Hendrix slid in on us. Man.
Yeah, wasn't expecting him to come. But it is what it is. He's here, and we love him. He's totally opposite from his big brother.
They always say that. We had 2 kids though.
They're total opposites.
They totally different.
Yeah.
I love them dearly, both of my boys.
Yeah, I love them to death. Love them to death. But yeah, that Hendrix is something else. He's totally different. Like Styles came in. He came in crying. Styles did at the hospital when we first had him. He was crying up a storm. Henry looked at me. He was like, "Bae," because at first when we first got together, he said he wanted 5 kids. Yeah. When I got pregnant, he dropped it down to
my teenage self wanted 5 kids.
Yeah, he said he wanted 5 kids. I said, "I'll give you 3. We'll adopt the other 2." I don't know, but I don't know how that's gonna happen. Maybe it'd be God kids. I don't know, but I don't know about 5. So he said he wanted 5 kids, and then when I had Styles came out in this world crying up a storm. Henry looked at me. He said, "Bae, we're gonna have 2."
I changed the number right then and there.
He's like, "Just 2." But when I tell you, that boy was completely opposite when he came home. He slept. He was quiet, and we had roommates, and they didn't even know we had the baby. Like they knew he had the baby, they didn't know he was there.
He was home. They thought he was at the hospital still.
Cause he would not cry. He barely cried.
Not what I work schedule though, but like, cause she was off for like 3 months, you know. But like they didn't even know that he was in there. Yeah, cause he was so quiet. He was a good baby. Good baby. Slept through the night. Like he may have woke up once or twice. Well, once. He would only wake up once, and then maybe after a month and a half, he was just not waking up. He was sleeping through the night. Now Hendrix, he came in this world not crying that much. He just was so chill
at the hospital.
He just was so chill.
We got him home. He didn't want to sleep. It was 2 weeks in. I was like, "Babe." It was like maybe 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the night, and this is like after his 6th time waking up. I looked at Henry and I was like, "I'm gonna go," because we live not too far from a fire station. Yeah. Don't judge me. But I was like, "I'm gonna go take him to the fire station. I don't know what else to do. Just for the night, I'll come get him in the morning." Oh my God. DCM, don't check on me. I'm sorry. But that's how bad it was. Like, I really wouldn't have done it though. I really didn't do it. He's mellowing out now. He's mellowing out. He's now, every once in a while, he'll sleep through the night. He'll wake up maybe once, and he's easy to go back to sleep. You just give him the breast, put him back in the crib. He's fine. So right now he's good, and I'm happy about that. He's still in our room though. We gotta try to figure out a way to get him out. It's
kind of me being lazy a little bit too.
Because we have to redo his room.
We gotta redo his room, and I'm kind of footing around with that though. But I gotta get done though. It's gonna get done. We gotta get him out of our room, man. We got to. Yeah. We love you, boy, but you gotta come up out of there. Like we got Styles out the room when?
Styles is 3 months. No, 6 months.
6 months out the room.
Hendrix 8.
He 8 months.
So that just goes to show, like.
Partner. You gotta get yourself out of here, partner.
Yeah, you gotta go. Love you, but you gotta go. It's right across the hallway. It's okay. Yeah, but that's us. That's our life. That's how we met. That's how we started dating. That's how we got married.
That's right. We'll get a little bit more into detail
later on.
And that'll be in another video or so. But that's just like the
umbrella.
To make a long story short.
Not short.
Yeah.
Like, long story short, that's not short. Yeah. Make it even longer. Because we could have just said we started dating in 2002. We got engaged in 2007. We got married in 2011, and then here we are.
You missed the babies. Baby born 2009.
Yeah, them too.
Yeah. Baby born 2019.
One born 2009.
Yeah. So I forgot this side note. So Tiara almost wasn't gonna date me because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why she wasn't gonna date me. Every time she came, first off, she couldn't keep up with me. Like when she'd come by my house, whatever, I wasn't there because we was always gone. Me and my boys was always gone. This before we even
had cars.
Like, wait a minute, this is before we even had cars.
Oh yeah,
though.
this is. But one person at least
somebody
had a car.
Somebody had a car by that time.
So they were always gone.
So we was always gone.
Or at each other's house, and no one would keep up.
We was at somebody's house or doing something, like just chilling, like, or whatever. So she wasn't gonna date me because every time she came to my house, she said it always smelled like fish. Like she would come knock on my door, and she said it always smelled like fish. So she almost didn't date me because of that.
Because it did always smell like fish.
And I guess because she don't like fish.
I hate
like,
seafood.
She don't drink. She don't eat anything like out of the water.
Out of the water.
Anything out of the water.
And it's crazy because I was born in Maryland and live in South Florida, so you would think I would eat seafood.
So she wasn't gonna date me because of that. And
it smells
the crazy thing is the reason why is because back then, like my stepdad, like he always been big into like outdoors and stuff and stuff like
fishing.
That. And he always go fishing. So whenever he caught fish,
he cooked it.
That's what we was eating.
And he would put the guts in the trash can.
Yeah, and we always had the worst smelling freaking garbage on the block.
Yeah, so because
like
of that,
flies,
this
like,
almost didn't happen because I would come to his house and it smelled like fish. Yes.
So she almost wasn't gonna date me just because of that, man.
Just because of the fish smell. That almost didn't happen. And then, like, not only because it used to smell like fish, but then another thing, his father, his stepfather, he's an outdoorsman. Like, you have to be careful what you eat from him when he cooks. He loves to cook.
Yeah.
But sometimes he'll sneak some deer meat on you.
He'll trick you. He'll give you some mystery.
Or gator or something.
He'll trick you, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, no, that almost didn't happen because of the fish smell.
That's a shame, man.
I love him though. I still don't like fish. But my son, my oldest, he loves it.
He loves it.
He loves it.
Yeah.
And
I told her she don't know what she's missing.
His grandfather used to always say to him, to Styles, he's like, boy, you're an island boy.
That's an island boy.
That's an island boy. Because he loves his fish and he loves his rice and beans or peas. No, I don't do seafood. I can't. I haven't tried. I'm lying. I ain't never tried.
You couldn't pay her the right amount of money, like any amount of money to. How much did it take?
To pay me to eat fish?
Eat a piece of fish.
They ain't gonna have me capping. It ain't gonna happen. No, I can't. So we just decided to come on here and just let you get to know mommy and daddy a little bit better. See where the whole tribe started from.
Yep.
We're the elders of the tribe. The Foursome. Yeah. And maybe one day Foursome.
Oh.
I'm trying to convince him, y'all. I'm trying to convince him I want that little girl.
Oh.
I want a little girl. Where you trying to go to, Henry?
I'm about to go look underneath the house or something.
All right, Manatee Tribe.
Manatee Tribe. We signing out. We love y'all, man.
Peace, love, and chicken grease, y'all.
How much water you drunk?
536.
I think I drunk probably about that too.
Alright, peace. So, this video was supposed to be really about mommy and daddy, but someone wanted to come out to do an outro for us. He's like, "Why can I be in this video?" And I said, "You know what? You can just do the outgoing remarks for us, like you love to do." So here he is.
That's his spot.
That's his spot right there.
Go
ahead, Bob.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can never miss a video.
Hey.